Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 livecast. We're going to be playing and commentating live here from the North America ladder. And we got a Master League Protoss opponent today with the barcode. So we are in the faraway spawn positions, which is not good for me.
Not enough minerals.
Because for this 2 racks all in to work, you kind of need as large of an army as possible, and it kind of makes your army 1 Marauder and 2 Marines smaller on this map because 1 production round will be, rather than being with your army at this base, is going to be in transit trying to cross this giant map.
Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the
Not
gear.
enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not
SCV
enough
ready.
minerals. Not enough minerals.
Alright, 13 of 19, next one's going to take gas.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Next one, I'm going to build my next barracks.
Not enough minerals.
We hear you.
The next one's going to populate the gas.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Reactor
Coming through.
and depot.
Bad news.
Upgrade complete.
Who wants some? SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
What's going on?
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
3 and 1 mineral patch there, that fixed that. Went 2 on every mineral patch before you end up having 3 stuck on 1 patch. It's never good.
SCV ready. It's go time.
Additional supply depots required.
This better be good. SCV ready. Armed and ready. Go, go, go. Been waiting on you. Got a hole. You gonna give me orders? SCV ready. By the numbers, boys. We could use some help here.
I'll grab some SCVs because I think I can take down his Nexus before the overcharge can happen because
Who wants some? SCV ready. You gonna give me orders? Outstanding. Gangway, coming through. We could use some help here. Ah! Bad news. This better be good. SCV ready. Go ahead.
no, this isn't going to work. He isn't going to be able to get it home in time. Stalker's about enough time for him.
Additional supply depots
SCV
required.
ready. You got it.
He does not have a base. Interesting.
SCV ready. Go, go, go. It's your dime. In the rear
Not
with
enough
the gear.
minerals.
Will do. SCV ready. What's going on? Armed and ready.
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready.
Depot.
Move it. It's about to Get heavy.
Turret.
Sure thing. Big job, huh?
Turret.
Research complete. Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Depot.
Roger.
Not enough minerals.
Huh? SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Gangway, coming through.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
There's expanded.
Better be good.
Should have. Oh, that hasn't been going up for a while. No, it hasn't. That's good. Alright, we'll pull SCVs.
Yo. Yeah, whatever.
I think I pulled too many. Put 3 back.
Bad news. You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough
SCV
minerals.
ready. By the numbers, boys. Armed and ready.
It's got blink. Interesting.
Need some help here. Been waiting on you. Can't wait. You gonna give me orders? Get heavy. Who wants some? You gonna give me orders? Go on. Why not? Who wants? Been waiting on you. Go, go, go! By the numbers, boys.
Research complete.
Tom. What's going on? This better be good.
Where would he blink in from?
TV ready.
Seems like a weird map for blink stalkers.
Gangway, coming through. Oh, it's off. Big job.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
I'm on it. We could use some help here. Armed and ready, boy.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Who wants some? Time's a wasting. By the numbers, boys. Go, go, go!
Research complete.
Want a piece?
Ready for dust off.
We could use some help here.
Waiting on you. Will do, Command.
Armed and ready.
Understood.
Big job. What's going on? This better be good.
Additional supply depots required.
Ready for pickup?
SCV ready.
Probably need to force an overcharge here.
Gonna give me orders?
Mineral field depleted.
There it is. Alright, now we can come across the field.
Additional supply depots
The
required.
SCVs. Probably won't have much in the way of splash damage because he's got blink stalker. Totally forgot about this thing. Might as well use it.
Required.
Well, now supply drop.
Bad news?
Additional supply depots. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
In the rear with the gear. Ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Kaboom, baby! Been waiting on you. Go, go, go! Sure. Who wants some?
He overcharged again.
Talk to me.
Let's have a blast.
Ready for dust off.
This better be good. SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack.
Gangway, coming through. By the numbers, boys.
Mineral field complete. Add-on complete. Mineral field completed.
Get some. This better be good. Want some? Been waiting on you.
Upgrade complete.
Alright. That's GG. We had a giant mineral float going on there. Must have, What? This is not how it was supposed to happen. I've been working so hard at Master League on Europe and just been screwing around on NA, and I made Masters in NA. I'm not even streaming. I've literally been screwing around on this account. I don't understand. I've been working so hard on Europe. Okay. Alright, let's do the analysis while I process this Master League thing. My win rate's so much better on Europe. My MMR is higher, I'm playing Master League opponents more often. Europe's Master League is a higher percentage of the server. Like they open it up to more players than NA. So the idea here when the mothership core harasses my base, which happened right here. Well, we'll back up a touch. It was up, I did see it at one point at the top of my ramp. There we go. Is that Marines can cross the map faster than the mothership core can. Assuming the flight distance isn't a lot shorter than the ground distance. And since I can cross the map faster, I can cut this off from ever getting in range of where his nexus would be. So for that reason, I don't have to face an overcharge with my initial poke. So if I bring SCVs with my initial poke, which I do here, I can get back. Like I'll have a large enough army to kill his nexus, assuming there's no overcharge. Because my army will be slightly bigger than my opponent's, because you know I'm hitting around the time he'll get his first warp in. But the stalkers bought enough time for this mothership core, or I had to keep stopping to shoot at the stalkers. So pretty good micro from the stalkers too. He didn't lose many hit points at all. Just mostly shields, and he did a good, you know, 20 damage here, 60 damage there, another 30 damage here, another 40 damage there. So he did good. I don't know what that adds up to, maybe 150 damage, and he only took, you know, 50 damage of on his life. The shields regenerate, so that's pretty good. Anyways, he bought time for the mothership core to get home, so he would be able to overcharge. So these SCVs are changing their mind. As it turns out, having enough stalkers to do that means he probably couldn't afford the Nexus, so I just leave it at that, and we head back home. Leaving a guy here to keep an eye on the Nexus. And right there I need to be pushing across the map, and especially on this map you need to be pushing across the map immediately. Because the Nexus takes 100 seconds to build, and typically you can walk across the map in about 50 seconds. So that gives you 50 seconds to kill the Nexus before you can overcharge. But I'm guessing on this map it probably takes bio unstimmed about 70 seconds to cross the map. It's a really long rush distance. Even though it's mostly a straight line, it takes a long time to get there. I guess some of you can look at the clock and let me know how long it took. But I'm not doing it. Anyways, having crossed the map as soon as I crossed it pretty early. Ooh, my first congratulations. I still arrived just in time. Now, even if you get all the shields down, I think that's good enough. If you get down to like half life, then he overcharges it. It's not as big of a threat because you can still kind of snipe it. Instead, I forced to cancel, head back home again. Again, he bought time as I crossed the map, so he had enough for an overcharge. And I guess... where's this mothership core go? There it is. He had enough for 2. Man, he almost had enough for 3. So he regenerated 40 energy during the first attack, and he's going to regenerate another 40 during the second attack, which puts him only... or during the second overcharge, which puts him pretty close range to having another overcharge. He's only 17 mana away. Back in the day, you'd be able to time warp instead, because it only costs 75. And now since time warp and overcharge are the same cost, the mothership core is mostly doing nothing. And we'll back up a touch just to get an idea of where the army is at. Similar size. This is around 4,000. Mine's a little more than 4,000, but you know, a lot of it's crossing the map. Here's $100 crossing the map. There's 125. Here's another 100. There's 125. Here's 200 in the bunker. Here's another 100 here. Right, so that, I probably only have a $3,000 army at his base. But with that said, I got $400 in SCVs. I got 1-0 upgrades. I got Stim, Combat Shield, and Concussive Shell. He has 0 splash damage. And 0 upgrades. He has Blink. And he has Force Fields. And those aren't too useful against Stim Bio. Force Fields can be, but again, pretty wide choke here, so the rush distance on this map is terrible for this build, but the wide choke and the lack of high ground for the Protoss is pretty good for me. So he does wall off. If I kept pushing, I would have only had like this chunk of troops available to attack and this stuff in the back. Because he didn't have a ton of zealots. I mean, he's got some, but a lot of his army's in stalkers, and in immortal, and sentries. So I don't want a big chunk of my army behind force fields because there's not many zealots for them to kill and they can't reach the other stuff. So I'm kind of just moving up and getting a better angle. Trying to take the force fields out of the equation. Now we're in a really good angle here. He recognizes it and he moves back, trying to get more troops stuck behind here. So I just kind of set a step forward, and now the force fields are down. Send just 3 marauders at the Colossus. And that is GG. Ugh. I think ideally it's best to keep 2 Marines and 1 Marauder in the bunker. If you have a concussive shell. If you don't have a concussive shell, 4 Marines is probably best. Because ideally you want to kill whatever runs by in the most efficient manner. And 4 Marines does the most DPS, the stuff running by, but if you have concussive shell, then 1 Marauder and 2 Marines works quite well. So if he tries to run by, say, like a DT, the Marines are doing the DPS, the Marauder is slowing the DT down. This is even decent against if you do a little squad of Blink Stalkers, because unless he's bringing vision with him, the Blink Stalkers still have to go to the top of the ramp to blink in. And if you're going to walk to the top of the ramp before blinking, you might as well walk all the way in which case the bunker is going to be part of that there. Yeah, he's done. Zero kills, which means it targeted one of the probes that was entering a gas geyser, and then missed as it entered the gas geyser. But my first Widow Mine got some kills and forced out a cannon, which is basically another $150 worth of damage. Had I been quicker, I could have probably done a lot more damage to this factory. It took me a long time to build the first Widow Mine. If I did it right away, it would have worked out really well, because when you spot Blink Tech, you know he opened Twilight Council as his tech route, and Twilight Council tech route has no detection. If you open Stargate, you can use Envision on the Oracle. If you open Robotics, you can build an Observer, but if you open Twilight, you have no option. I'm not sure when this forge was up, but since he didn't actually use it for upgrades, I'm guessing it wasn't up that early. Anyways, with that, we'll call it the end of this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check the description for a thumbs up link, and goodbye.